This is the Alienware that had the 1080. I'm going to see if this 3060 does anything for it. Did you see this computer, Josepher? Huh. Just wait. Wait, like, if you didn't see this one before. Yeah, look at that liquid cooling. A super impressive thing. I do believe this video card is refurbished. My thought was that the reason that, like, I wasn't getting video out with those NVIDIA cards was that they were too old. That was my hope. Yeah. But that doesn't look like it's actually going to be the case. Unless it's those cables and it's just that rail on the power supply. Let's try this other cable that they have floating in here. I was just being hopeful. That's what it was. It was these cables. I've never been like that excited about something before. Like, for a failure on my part. So it was. It's that rail in the power supply. This computer's having more and more problems. It looks like even though I've replaced this, it's trying to load the Windows 11 right now and not having a great time at all. It looks like Windows didn't restart correctly. What's crazy is this thing has an M2, a Type-C connector on it, so I can plug this in and this has Windows 10 and Windows 11 installed on it. What is going on? I have to call this guy. Let me see if I can load into that Windows 10. See, my thing is I want to disable this support assistant. Couldn't figure out why this thing was giving me a front fan error. You know, it helps when the front fan is actually plugged in. It's like I'm physically not seeing it in there, which is what's confusing me. Because it's saying that there's 3 drives in here, and I am only seeing 2. Which is why I am very much confused. Oh, here it is. That's why. I wasn't expecting it to be down there. There's no way that these are in RAID. No. For some reason, like, my brain was ignoring the fact that there's a hard drive right here. Yeah. But there's no way that these can be in RAID because the partitions do not match at all. I really don't think this is in RAID, even though it says it's a RAID. Because it's listing each of these as a RAID disk device, but there's no way any of this stuff is being backed up from one to another. Yeah, I mean, this was a Dell refurbished. We talked about this. Like, this guy got this computer from like a pawn shop for like $150 that wasn't posting. Sent it to Dell. They fixed it for like $300 and sent it back to him. Well, this was like an $1,800 computer. Yeah, this is the same version. This is basically the same version of the Intel. Yeah, it's basically it's the AMD version of Optane. It's basically a hybrid drive. Like, it lets you use the motherboard to create a hybrid drive. It's about I think that's the 4th or 5th all-in-one cooler from MSI that I've seen fail. So I just got to order a replacement one and then give that guy a call. What's interesting is he says it didn't come with any of the M2 stuff either. With their main hard drive, like that NVMe pulled out, now it doesn't want to post. This computer's just giving me a headache. Windows 10 is loading just fine, so we need to figure out how to get Windows 11 because he wants them both. Somehow. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart this into Windows 10 and actually look at the drives because they're all listed in Windows 10. And then I'll come back to this. Wait, what? There's actually a button here that says continue with another version of Windows installed. Wonder what happens when I do this. Nope, back to the zeros again. It's got to be that other drive, but I'm going to find out here in a second. Yeah, it just says checking media presence. The problem is there was a drive in there that was called M2, and that M2 drive was completely empty according to this. So let me plug this SSD back in. I want to see what happens here. Okay, so why am I getting a checking media presence error with everything plugged back in? Okay, so now I'm just getting a checking media presence on everything that I'm doing. So these two drives are getting unplugged again. And we're going to figure out what the hell this... Yeah, no, this thing been causing me issues. So we're just going to start this up and kind of see what happens here. I'm going to let it check the media presence and then go from there. Yeah, this thing has not been fun to work with. Like the first time I had it open, I cut my hand open on it because it's just in a weird space. But this is the first time I'm getting like consistently this simple checking media presence error. So let me try my F12. See what's listed in the F12. Okay. So right now it's not listing anything in the F12. This thing is just a giant cluster. All the drives need to be formatted and just start from nothing. You know, I'm going back into Windows and I'm gonna unplug this one and see which one this is. Okay, so this drive, whatever this SSD is, completely unplugged. The NVMe has the Windows 11 installation on it. So. And this other drive is completely empty. Yeah. So I'm going to shut this down. We're going to unplug this once this gets done. And then we can just boot in using the IODD and create everything we need. No other drives attached. That has been accomplished other than the IODD. I think the thing that you were talking about earlier, I think the boot information for both drives is on the C drive. That's why, like, when I load up the C drive, and it even with this other drive not in there, it gives me the option to boot to that drive. I don't know how much more learning my brain can take for the day. Or I just reinstall Windows 11 clean on this, and then, because everything is still on this other drive, and then I can just move stuff over. I'm really thinking that's going to be the fastest thing to do, seeing as this isn't working currently, and everything is still in the C drive, so I can just have them reinstall programs and stuff. And I'm thinking that's going to be the easiest solution and the fastest solution for this. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. It's going to be better for him in the long run. It's better for me in the short term. Yeah, I'm about to call them and say, hey, look, the way this is set up is bad. We need to basically format everything and start from scratch. Yeah, because it's set up so incorrectly that getting this fixed is going to take way too long. Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll give you a call.
All right, thanks.
Yep, bye. Alright, so this is now backup and restore. So it says it's going to take about an hour and a half, and then I'll reinstall Windows in there and move everything back in there.